In the last episode, the world had become filled with violence and wickedness. God grieved over what humanity had become. But one man, Noah, found favor in his eyes. God commanded Noah to build an ark, and Noah obeyed. The vessel was finished, the animals were gathered, and the clouds began to darken. Now the day of judgment arrives. The Lord says to Noah, "Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate, and also 7 pairs of every kind of bird. 7 days from now I will send rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights, and I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made." Noah does everything the Lord commands. He is 600 years old when the flood waters come. He enters the ark with his sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and with his wife and his sons' wives, 8 people in all. The animals come, pairs of clean and unclean, birds and creatures that move along the ground. Male and female, they enter the ark as God had commanded. They walk, crawl, and fly through the massive door. Then the Lord shuts them in. The door closes. The world outside falls silent. And then the heavens open. On the 17th day of the 2nd month, all the springs of the great deep burst forth, and the floodgates of the heavens are opened. Water does not simply fall from the sky, it erupts from below. The fountains of the deep shatter the surface. The rain pours down without stopping. For 40 days and 40 nights, water descends on the earth. The flood rises. It lifts the ark off the ground. The waters increase greatly, and the ark floats on the surface. Higher and higher the waters climb. They cover the hills. They cover the mountains. Every peak that once stood against the sky vanishes beneath the waves. Everything on dry land that has the breath of life in its nostrils dies. Humans, animals, birds, every creature that moves. The violence that filled the earth is silenced by the waters. The wickedness that grieved God's heart is washed away. Only Noah remains, and those with him in the ark. The world becomes an endless sea. The ark drifts over the surface, carrying its fragile cargo of life. Inside, Noah and his family wait. The animals wait. The days stretch into weeks. The waters flood the earth for 150 days. Then God remembers Noah. This does not mean God had forgotten. It means God now acts on his behalf. He sends a wind over the earth, and the waters begin to recede. The springs of the deep are closed. The floodgates of heaven are shut. The rain stops. Slowly the waters go down. On the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark comes to rest on the mountains of Ararat. The waters continue to recede until the tops of the mountains become visible. After 40 more days, Noah opens a window in the ark. He sends out a raven. It keeps flying back and forth until the water dries up. Then he sends out a dove. But the dove finds no place to set its feet, and it returns to him in the ark. He reaches out his hand, takes it, and brings it back inside. He waits 7 more days and sends the dove out again. This time it returns in the evening with a freshly plucked olive leaf in its beak. Noah knows the water has receded from the earth. He waits another 7 days and sends the dove out once more. This time it does not return. By the 1st day of the 1st month of Noah's 601st year, the water has dried up from the earth. Noah removes the covering from the ark and sees that the surface of the ground is dry. By the 27th day of the 2nd month, the earth is completely dry. Then God says to Noah, "Come out of the ark, you and your wife and your sons and their wives. Bring out every kind of living creature that is with you, so they can multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number. Noah steps out of the ark. His family follows. The animals scatter across the land, filling the empty world once more. The flood has ended. The earth is new. And the first thing Noah does is build an altar to the Lord. Thank you for listening to this episode about the flood and the ark. If this retelling of Genesis chapters 7 and 8 moved you, please consider subscribing and sharing this video with others. In the next episode, we will witness God's covenant with Noah, the promise of the rainbow, and the beginning of a new chapter for humanity.